Is it almost Christmas? Like it is, right? Yeah, it's December 16th. Damn, it's like almost Christmas, dude. What? That's crazy. Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning. Lord knows I am. I just woke up from like a legit sleep. I don't sleep well, so when I sleep good, it's like, ooh, felt that. You know? Like, ooh, that one was good. Like, you know when you wake up and you feel actually rested? You're like, ooh, that was good. Like that, I actually turned my whole shit off for that one. I had one of those type of sleeps. Oh, they're very refreshing. Let me just put this title in. Sorry, guys. I know this is this tedious part of the broadcast, but I'll be there in 1 second. Sunday morning hunt. Boom. Save. Official. Oh. Yeah. I stayed up late playing Red Dead with Gurley and JP last night, which is like way later than I normally would stay up, but it was good. We had fun, man. Turns out you can run the story missions over and over again on repeat. Oh, so cool to find that out. Oh, I'm not live yet. There we go. Boom. Hey, everyone. So that was super cool. I'm excited to do that like all day long. That's going to be my jam. As always, we've got our coffee. Today we're doing a caramel macchiato for this hunt. And we're also going to be playing on Medvied, which is the snow map, because it's fucking Christmas. So why wouldn't we be playing on the snow map, right? Duh. I just woke up and my apartment's cold as shit, so in the background you might be able to hear the heat. I turned it way the fuck up. So at some point I'm going to be all gross, like, oh, I can't breathe. The heat's too hot. I'm going to have to go turn the heat down. That's kind of how this works. I always start the broadcast with it blasting, and then I'm like, it's too hot at a certain point. So keep your head up for that one. That's going to happen. Oh, ooh, that's nice. Little caramel macchiato thing happening here. That's nice. I've been doing the peppermint coffee thing a lot because it's holidays, you know. But they didn't have the peppermint yesterday morning. I was walking up from work, so I grabbed a caramel. Okay, so first things first. I think we got the crossbow. Yeah, we do. Okay, I'm gonna get my bow and arrow out because I haven't rocked my bow in a while, and the crossbow's kind of cheating. It's kind of cheating. Let's not bullshit. Whoa, do we have new bows? Wait, do we have new bows? No, we just have the... Yeah, but I already own all these. Like, I literally already own all these. Okay, yeah. So what I need to do is backpack. That's what I need to do. Okay. Go over to... this thing. Get it out of there. Where is my bow? Is that my bow? Which one's my bow? I don't remember which one's a good one. The bear claw? 60 pounds, 70 pounds. That's the one. Hawk edge. Hawk edge. Let's get it. Then we go down to bolts. No, we don't. We're not rocking bolts for this. We're rocking big boy arrows. 540, 420, 540. Recurve arrows. Yeah, that's not what I want. I want 600s. I want 600s, right? For the penetration? Yes. You got it. And then we want to do a sight. We want to do the single pin. I have the fancier 5-pin thing. Not my favorite. Not really loving it. Okay, so we got antlers. We got jackrabbit. That's all we need for this particular map. Okay. Cool. Now we got to actually set those into the character, which is so annoying that they do that, by the way, but whatever. This game's tedious like that. Okay. Ammo. Yes. Then you gotta go all the way back over here. Sight. Yes. There we go. We should be set up from the head up. Oh, there we go. Bow and arrow time. What's that? What was that? Hold on. Ah. Now, what I do like about this game is that since I have my thumb injury, yeah, you guys are probably already sick of it. Nick, we know. You hurt your thumb. No, but like legit. You can see it. It's all cut open and stuff at the tip of my thumb. This game has almost no square button involved in it. I think the square button like reloads or something, which is very rare that I actually need to do that. Oh, I'm going to put arrows in things. Oh, I'm going to put arrows in things. Let's go. So I very rarely have to use my right thumb for this game, which is the best thing ever because it hurts and it's annoying. All right, back up. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe we go over kind of in this way because there's all these little green things under here. So I kind of want to go this way. That way. All right. Let's begin our walk and our talk, huh? Ooh, that's an animal right there. Dude, that was fast, but there's one right over there. I just saw it. It was walking. And there's one calling out over there. Shut up. Hold on. Let me look at this one, though. There it is. There it is. There it is. See it? See it? See it? See it? Ooh, dude, that's a serious reindeer. Dude. If I could put... Oh, my God. Oh, he's running. He's running. Yeah, well, the wind. Look at the wind. The wind's right there. Of course he smelled me. God damn it. Reindeer off the rip would have been great. Can you imagine? I just walk into the first bit of trees. Reindeer. Funk. That would have been dope. God damn it. That would have been... Oh, reindeer. Funk. This is the best game ever. Just start freaking out. I think he's still over there. I think I still see him over there. Best reindeer that has ever lived. What is that? Keeps calling out right there. It's a lynx, huh? Alright, do we want to call in a lynx? I could technically do that. With this one. I feel like that lynx is probably still pretty far away because those ripples were not that big. So I feel like that lynx is pretty far away still. It's a little bit closer. I see zero movement. What the fucking... Come on. Every time I move, that lynx calls out, but it's like, bro, lynx, get over here. Oh, there he is. Right there. I see him. He's right up there. You guys don't see him? I see him. He's right over here. That's too zoomed in. Fuck. Right up and... Where did I see him? There he is right there. See him? That's the one I'm trying to kill, guys, in case you didn't know. To dial that back, he's quite a ways off still. I can't hit him from here with a bow and arrow. That's the difficulty of bow hunting on this game, is you've literally got to get in close. Let me do one more of those calls, though, to keep him in the area so I can get him. I'm going to come up to this tree and I'm going to try and take a shot if he's still in the area that he was. If he moves up, then we're going to run into each other and that's going to be trouble. But it's been my experience that those lynxes do not move fast. They never seem to be in much of a hurry. I think I just saw it running away. Yep. It was just running away. Damn it. Alright, well, let's head on our merry way. That Lynx was a nice idea. I would have liked to have that reindeer, that first reindeer I saw. That would have been good. There's the Lynx warning call. Yeah, I don't give a shit about you, Lynx. I'm not going to spend all day on one stupid cat, dude. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, Lights Out? How's it going, buddy? You see Detroit got the Celtics last night? Lights Out? Bruh, that's good for me. At work, that's going to be good for me, dude. That is going to be amazing. I'm going to talk so much shit. No, I'm not going to talk a ton of shit. I'm going to be super classy like, yeah, I'm not surprised, dude. I'm going to do one of those type of numbers. Yeah, I'm not surprised, bro. I told you, my Pistons are pretty fucking good. Dude, that dude at work with the Celtics was really, really annoying the last couple of days, too, of work. Like Friday and Saturday, he was like, you're not on our level. All this sort of shit. He was really getting hyped and talking a lot of bullshit. Hitting his chest going, oh, you're on a 6-game losing streak and shit. Like, dude, yeah. He was being super annoying. So for his team to get smacked by my team, that's the sweetest, sweetest juice when that happens. You know what I mean? So I'm going to play it real, like, reserved. Real, like, not talking shit. Because I'm classy. And then that's going to be the annoying. The annoying is going to be me explaining how I'm not talking shit because I'm too classy. I'm gonna do that. So no, I'm not gonna talk shit because I am a fucking classy person, okay? And so are my Pistons, okay? And also, when you know you're gonna win, it's not a big deal when you win, and you don't feel the need to jump up and down about it. I'm gonna do all this sort of shit, be the adult about it, and it's gonna piss them off. I already know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna be like, see you in the playoffs. So if you guys can make it there, it's going to be good. I got it all planned out. It's going to be hilarious. I can't wait. But yeah, Pistons beat the Celtics. That's huge for me work-wise. And then the Thunder beat the Clippers, which is dope. Like, I'm happy about that. I mean, the Clippers have been playing really good. Like, they got that... I heard that. That wasn't me, I don't think. Something just made some noise. The Clippers have, like, no star on their team, but they're still playing really well, like, winning a lot of games. So that's a good win, I guess, right? Anytime the Thunder win is a good thing, but, I mean, I guess it wasn't against one of the premier teams in the league or whatever, but the Clippers are playing really fucking good this year, so it's a solid win, I feel like. Mostly hyped about that Pistons one, though. Mostly hyped about that Pistons. I feel like the Clippers have some young talent, drafted talent, you know, that like are some unsung hero type motherfuckers that eventually we're gonna know their names. You know what I mean? I feel like they got a few guys that eventually we're gonna know their names, and right now they were just like, that guy's pretty good, you know. That's a reindeer going which way? That way? Reindeer going that way? How did I not see that reindeer? Very interesting. Yeah, underrated a lot, yeah. Man, I'll say this, you were fucking humming at the park yesterday, bruh. You really were. And here's the other thing. I'm all in on that small forward. My second guy that I brought to the park, well, not my power forward, but my second guy, I'm all in on my second guy. Because I'm going to start, like, season recording him. Like, start doing career grind on him on a regular basis. I got to get him built up. Because he's better. He's much better. For park, he's much better. Even though I wasn't winning, he's much better at the park. Like, I feel more confident with him. He moves better. He doesn't feel sluggish. My power forward, my two-way post feels sluggish at the park, dude. He has all the badges. He has all the fucking... He's all the way set up. But he feels a step slow for the park. Starting off early, super. Still haven't learned your lesson. Your defender is good. I like him. Yeah, I think he's a better build all around. He's faster than my big guy, and they're about the same size, height-wise, but not the same size as far as weight. Like, he's got weight on, so I feel like he could, like, do something once his defensive badges get up. I feel like he could do a little something against a big if he had to, unless he's a pure big, you know, one of those, like, full-on God rebounder 94 type motherfuckers. But and then also I feel like I can get around the floor a little better, fast break a little better, get back on defense a little better. Protect the rim for sure, because I mean he's gonna have a really, really good defensive badges, dude. Once I get him worked up, basically I'm gonna be about Detroit versus everybody for a while. Yeah, I can add a little offense in there. Well, and he passes the ball pretty well, surprisingly. So I feel like off ball on cuts and stuff, I could get some points. He's never gonna shoot the ball well, although I do have corner three with that build. I technically have corner three. It's a good build. I'm going to start working on it. It's just that bar from 91 to 92 for me, the second bar, is moving so slow for my power forward that it's like, I don't want to do it. It's just going to take too long. It's annoying. So fuck it. I'm going to leave him at 91 for right now, and then I'm going to spend some time on that second build. Yeah, the slow was a real concern for me as well. What the fuck was that? It's a mating call. Okay. It's a mating call. That's good. That means it's not a warning call, which means I haven't scared it off. But yeah, my takeaway from Saturday is, one, I want to build up that small forward. I feel much cleaner out there with the small forward. And two, nobody has smalls. Like, do you notice how, like, our core group, like, basically nobody's under 6'8"? Have you noticed? Like, nobody made a little guy. I think Killer Shrimp being there with his point guard, it was like, wow, well, that's cool. He's a point guard. Like, I guess Superwise is a point guard, technically, but... So, like, there's, like, two of them. Everybody else is, like, 6'8" or taller. Like, there's no littles, bro. Yeah, he's definitely more versatile. And I'm less likely to try and air out a shot with him, because I know he can't shoot. Like, archetype-wise, he can't shoot. My post scorer has a mid-range jumper. I just suck at shooting. You know what I mean? But I'm very excited about it. I was thinking about it since the recording. I'm like, I got to start grinding this guy. I really do. I'm going to make it a point. New Year's resolution or some shit, right? Start grinding my small forward. What's up, baby Kev? How's it going, buddy? Morning. How's everybody's Sunday morning going? Good, good, great, wonderful. Guys, I slept so good. I was up a little bit late playing Red Dead. Did you guys know that you can replay the story missions on Red Dead Redemption 2 online, by the way? There's like there's only like 5 story missions. I burnt through them really quick. Yeah, you can replay those bitches. I didn't even know that. But Gurley and JP had figured out that that's actually a thing, and they were doing it. I was like, oh, shit. So I jumped in with them, and I was replaying the missions, getting crazy good XP, being left alone as well. Those are missions that stand alone. Like, they're not in an open public lobby where people can fuck with you. It's so good. We were smashing them last night, so I was up a little bit late, but by the time I did lay it down to go to bed, I literally just went to the couch right over here, dude. Like, you can see, I'm still set up for sleep, dude. Look, I'll show you. Like, the couch, do you see it? The couch still has the blankets and stuff on it. The light's not great. See? It's like I literally just went right over to the couch by the telly over here and just crashed the fuck out. I was like, man, I'm not even going to make it to my bedroom. I just fell clean the fuck out. Just right on the... That's weird how that is a thing now. Come on. Easy. Easy with the... There we go. Dude, I just fell out like 4 feet from where I was gaming, and I slept hard. I mean, the couch is not big enough for me to stretch out, so I have to sleep kind of bundled up, but I slept hard. Yeah, at 95, I might make your build, but switched around for my rebirth, so I will get silver and gold defensive badges and Hall of Fame put... Oof. Switched, I feel you. Yeah, slasher first, defender second. Wow. I'll say this, the defender badges don't seem that powerful when they're silver. I'll be honest with you, because I have those. I have all the defensive badges maxed out on my two-way post. I mean, so part of that might be because he's a little bit slow as far as speed-wise from the post scorer part of the build, but and from the height, but he does not feel very. They don't feel very potent. That's why with my second build I went defense first because I wanted a really strong defending badges, but then slasher as a secondary archetype because I just never made a slasher. So I was like, oh shit, let's make a slasher. Dude, next year, if I get next year, and I'm already starting to talk about next year, which I don't want to do because like, honestly I want to play this game for a couple years, this 2K19 for a couple years because I want to play against the bums that end up playing 19 when 20 drops. Dirt's dealing with that right now on 18. He says he's having a blast. Maybe you're not using them right. Two-way has been locking people. My two-way has been locking people. Well, you're at point, bro. And you're fast. Oh, shit. I got a post scorer, bro. Natural slow. Naturally slow. See that deer over there? That's mine. He dead. Stop for just a second so I can shoot your fucking face. Thank you. That tree's gonna fuck me up. Good night, sweet prince. Got him. You are definitely locking people with that defender shot, though. That's a good ass build for you, Super Wide, for sure. Damn, that arrow didn't even go through him by that camera. I broke his spine. Clean. I didn't get a trophy for that or nothing. Weak. I'm a shooting guard, but timing a on-ball steal is always important, no matter your badge. Yeah, true. Fair point. I'm getting knockaways though with my defense first. I'm getting knockaways just being near motherfuckers. Like especially story mode, like especially on the career mode, which is obviously you're gonna get a ton of those on career mode, but like the knockaways are retarded on career mode with that build. My small forward build. And then going at the rim is it's so cool to have some high stats for the at the rim stuff. Because my post scorer he's all finesse and layups and shit. Like it's nice to have some yam, you know what I mean? Like some yakum type business at the rim. That's pretty dope. It's like I did good on my second build. If I had it to do again, I might not go small forward though. Everybody's got bigs, man. Like everybody's got talls, dude. It feels like small forwards are bigger. It seems like everybody's small forward are bigger. So I feel like if I had it to do again, I might go like small forward 6'8", playmaking slasher, something like that. I don't know. Defensive playmaker maybe. I think that could be cool. Be like a perfect pass type motherfucker, but then like clamp you on defense, like a defensive playmaker maybe. That'd be sick. Defense first, playmaker second. But a small forward can guard anyone at the park. Plus, you get rim protector. That's true. I do get rim protector. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd make like a Ben Simmons. Although I wouldn't say he has defense in his archetype. He's probably like a pure point, right? At like 6'10" or whatever the shit. Like I would make like a Ben Simmons though, like a 6'8", tall. I don't know if I'd make him heavy. Probably skinnier, but playmaking. But probably defender as first. If a new game came out right now and I had to have it, I'm not sure I'm gonna have to have the next game. He's a slash play. Okay. Slash play. So you'd say he's a slash play. When the 3-point shot is being made at higher percentage than layups, then it's mathematically proven to be easier. 2K needs to fix this. Yeah, true. Oh, Paul, I know, buddy. There's no advantage to running to the rim. Yeah, like nobody gives a shit. Oh, he's scoring a 2. He's scoring a 2. That's cool. Everybody just guards the 3. Yes, he's a slash play. Okay. Well, I'd want defensive play. I wouldn't give a fuck about the slash. Or I technically I'd go defender slasher, kind of like I have with my small forward. I guess I already have that build, don't I? I think he's lights out. I think he's more talking about the amount of people that have decided to just make the pure sharp because that's all anybody at the park uses anyways, is what he's talking about. The amount of 3-points being made because the amount of people making sharps. He's more commenting on that than he is on random people making sharps or hitting 3-pointers. Yeah, it's true. That's true. A slash can hit from the corner. A slash can hit from the corner. That's a good point. Superboy made a good point. Lights out. A slash can hit a corner 3. What's up, baby KD? Good morning, Thunder. Hey, bud. How you doing? So I would say that Ben Simmons' archetype is a pure playmaker, just at 6'10", pure playmaker. If I had to, that's how I feel. But a pure playmaker should be able to hit a 3, like with the archetype wise. But see, he's an aberration, man. His inability to shoot is so weird, dude. Like, I feel like he can shoot. His game doesn't lend itself to that. He doesn't want to do it. He's not comfortable doing it. I feel like Ben Simmons can shoot. I feel like every player in the league can shoot, but just not at a high clip, I suppose, is probably the best way to put it. And also, does he need to? Does the threat of him getting to the rim and or his threat of facilitating give him enough room to do whatever he wants anyways? Here's one thing I will say. I will never make a sharp. That's never happening on 2K. I'm never making a sharp. I make a pure sharp every year because Curry, my favorite player. I love the 3-ball. Yeah, dude, we know that, lights out. You win literally 70 or 80. They did a projection in the next 5 years. Every player at the park will be a 3-point shooter or something else, a stretch big or a. There was some article. Somebody did an article about this, where like they're like, judging by trends that are happening right now, in the next however many years. I couldn't tell G-Man. I'm not making a pure sharp. Yeah, Super Y and me will never make a pure sharp. Paul, I'm assuming you're never making a pure sharp. Actually, I shouldn't say that. If you're doing the math and you're going, okay, it's all about 3 balls, it might behoove you to make a pure sharp. I will never do it, though. I want to play a more complete game of basketball. I would like to petition, though. I'd like to start a petition right now for at least one court at the park that doesn't have a 3-point line. I think that'd be so fun to have at least one court at the park without a 3-point line. I think that could be kind of cool, to be honest with you. I'm not saying take the 3-point line out of the game. That's stupid, obviously. But, like, give me one court where 3 points aren't as important as they are on every other court. You know what I mean? That could be kind of cool. A court where real basketball could get played. Just one court. Just like a corner court with no 3-point line. Just so we can see. Like, 2K, just experiment with the idea of one court without a 3-point line. I would love to see that. I bet you we'd get some fun gameplay and some hella dope clips from that court. Because there'd be a mid-range game. There'd be the post game would come back. It would turn into the post-scoring court, probably. Bigs would go over there to play on the block. You know what I mean? But it'd be a bully block kind of a court, dude. It'd be a cool... I don't know. I think that would be dope. I don't have a solution, but it does aggravate me as a big... Dude, same. Aggravates me as a big dude. I understand it, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. Like, he's going to shoot threes. He's shooting threes. They're half court. He's shooting threes. Great. Shooting threes. I would make a shot slash just for a no 3-court. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And post scorers, post scorers would be like, I got a fucking full Shaq build. I'll meet you at the no 3-court. Because they just get on the block. They push. Yam! That'd be the automatic basket. The way that some people can score almost automatically from the 3-point line, on a court without a 3-point line, you'd be looking for pure slashers. You'd be looking for, proper bigs, back to the basket bigs that could guarantee you a bucket. You know what I mean? Sup, Wicked? What's going on, bud? It'd be interesting. I think it'd be kind of cool. Different archetypes would have... I guess that's what they were... You know what? I guess that's what they were trying to do with the trampoline courts when you think about it. The cages were kind of an attempt at that, right? They're trying to find a powerful place for other archetypes besides 3-pointers. Unfortunately, they still left the 3-point line on the court in the cages. Why not just take the 3-point line off the cages? Then you'd have a place for other archetypes to play, dude. That's interesting. I think a pure stretch shouldn't be a thing because no big in the league shoots like Curry. Yeah, and the bigs that do shoot threes at a high clip are stand-still three-point shooters. There's no 6'10" dance around boy bringing the ball up the court shooting threes. That's not a thing. They stand still. Even your Kevin Loves and your fucking Channing Frys and some of these bigs that shoot threes that your Robin Lopez or Brooke. Is it Brooke? It's Brooke. Your Brooke Lopez's, your bigs that are like known for hitting their threes, they're all stand-still three-point shooters. None of these motherfuckers are moving around at all. I feel like the problem is more that the stretch big can fucking move, can get dribbles off, and can dance, and can bring the ball up. It's like, motherfucker, you should not be able to dribble like that. You're 6'10" shooting threes. You should not be able to dribble like that. So, guys, for fantasy football defense, Bears or Falcons today? Pfft, I don't even know, bro. You lost me. Charlie Brown's mom. I don't know. There's a lot I would change about 2K. I'd leave at least one court without a three-point line. I'd take the three-point line off the cages altogether. I'd take out that push that seems to be prevalent. I was noticing a lot of pushes yesterday. I don't know. But yeah, I've made a decision. I'm all in on my how about one park court, no threes. That was what I've been saying for the last 10 minutes, Paul. As I've been saying for people who main bigs. Yeah, exactly. I think that could be cool too. I hear you. I did. All right. The way that was that way that sentence laid out for me as I read it, it sounded like you were like, you know what? I have a great idea, and then you just fucking floated the idea I said like 5 times. I thought you were saying cages court. Yeah, no, I'm saying that's the easy fix is take the 3-point line off the cages courts because who the fuck said the cages shooting threes? Loser beans, dude. Fucking full on loser fruit dipped in quitter meat, dude. People who still use a sharp on that court. Yeah, right. People who use a sharpshooter to get their badges up at the cages should be shot in the face. That's infuriating. That's not what those are for. Cages are for slashers to be OP. Cages are for other builds to be OP. I feel like immediately they should take the 3-point line off the cages. That's first thing. Just get the 3-point line right the fuck off there. Oh, but we wanted to have a 3-point line because a normal basketball court. A normal basketball court? I'm sorry. Doesn't the cages have trampolines in the floor? It's not a normal basketball court. Take the 3-point lines off that immediately. That should be first thing. But I also agree that like my initial point about having one court at the park without a 3-point line would be kind of cool. I bet you would get a lot of traffic. I bet you motherfuckers would get some serious streaks on that court. And I bet you a whole different kind of basketball would be getting played on that court. It'd be pretty cool. I'd be excited about that. And for people like G-Men who shoots a lot of threes, he doesn't just shoot threes. G-Men would still have success on that court. Like a true sharp that can play like a true basketball IQ sharp would still have success. The only people that wouldn't have success is the just shoot 3 type motherfuckers. Just shoot 3 type motherfuckers would have no value on that court. But someone like G-Man could still play on that court and have success. Because he's not just a 3-point shot. He's got a strong 3-point shot. Not as good as my brother Dirt, but he's got a strong 3-point shot. And but that's not all he has. He gets to the rim. He plays team ball like Paul was saying earlier. So like he could still play on that court and have success. I bet you a lot of sharps could. But there would be those sharps that are like, I just shoot threes because I don't know how to play basketball. That would have no business on that court. And that would be fucking cool to see. Occasionally. See that pure sharp that's like, trying to go off the dribble all of a sudden for the first time in his entire career. And motherfuckers just clamping him up and him going, what do I? Yeah, you have no fucking skills. You're garbage. And we could all just, oh man, I'd just body him under the hoop, push him all the way under the rim and fucking put our balls on his head. God, that'd be great. I would really enjoy that. Oh, there's one out there in the field, guys. You see that one? Out there on the snow? I feel like there's one closer, though, in the trees here. I really do. That's quite a ways off. Siberian Musk Deer, trivial. Not a very good trophy score for that one. But in a pinch, didn't know if you were going to agree with me or say I'm an idiot. No, I agree with you. I think there should be a place where 3 points aren't the only thing that's important. Because that's what it's turned into at the park now. If you don't have a 3-point shooter, what's the point of even playing park? Do you know what I mean? And that's a bummer. I mean, it gives value to a to a subset of the player base in the 3-point sharps. But here's the thing. It also makes it very, very clear that if you don't shoot threes, you have no business out there. Which turns it into like Warriors versus Warriors. Who wants to see Warriors versus Warriors? I mean, I guess G-Men probably does. And a few of the other Warrior fans that are on my sub list. But I don't know. For me, that's not as exciting as, you know, positionless basketball with some switches and some, I don't know. I remember when you used to, oh shit, careful. It's coming this way, it's coming this way, it's coming this way. Shh, shh, shh. Hold still, fuckface. The arrow will be in you soon. Oh, get shot! Get shot directly in your shit. Got him. It's about including me in the fun as a big. Allow me to get a few shots instead of just chase rebounds. Yeah, you're just a fucking, yeah, exactly. You're just a rebounder at the park because no one's getting, oh, why would we want a 2? We can get a 3. Like that whole thing. That was in his neck. That's weird how these arrows are being weird today. I just necked the shit out of that dude for 622 cash reward and 95 experience. The experience is not good on these little musk deer, dude, honestly. I need to find some bigger game, dude. I'd like to go back to 2K16 system, but with limitations. I'd like to make a player that's truly all around and not based on archetypes, right? Are you of the contention that the archetype system is what broke the game? Because I always really liked the archetype system. I just think that certain archetypes are OP. Like, for instance, a pure sharp should not be able to dribble. For shit. I mean, they nerfed it at one point, and then the sharps complained. And then they fixed it through patches. I feel like through the last couple of patches, and this is just me being a fucking, we didn't land on the moon type motherfucking skeptic, but I feel like through the last couple of patches, quietly, they improved the shit out of the dribbling for sharps. Because when this game first came out, sharps were in trouble at that 3-point line. If anybody had any good defense, a sharp trying to do any kind of dribbling at the 3-point line with a pure sharp, you get the ball pulled. I feel like at the beginning of this game's life cycle, that was a thing. But now, I feel like through these last few updates, they've made that less of a thing because all the sharps got butthurt. And let's face it, some of the biggest influencers as far as the 2K community are sharpshooters. The biggest influencer, Agent 00, your fucking Hank the Tank, your fucking Korzemba. A lot of these motherfuckers make sharps, dude. A lot of the guys that have the huge sub counts make sharps. Your Nadex, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm trying to think. I have a lot of, I know a lot more names, obviously, guys. I apologize, but those are the ones that are just popping in the head right now. But like a healthy amount of them all make sharps, right? So if they nerf the sharps properly, everybody in the community would love it, except for those like 20 people that scream the loudest. And unfortunately, those people get heard by 2K. And 2K goes, oh, our influencers are upset that the sharps are too nerfed. Let's quietly, low-key, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, fix their fucking shit all the way through the goddamn, all the way through the fucking patch updates. Every time we do a patch update, let's make their dribble a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. It's bullshit. When this game started, sharps could hit threes with regularity, like beasts, but they couldn't just be out there ISO dribble godding and shooting threes. That wasn't a thing when I don't feel like that was a thing when the game started. He plays just like me, or I play just like him. There you go. That's my conspiracy for the day. I feel like 2K realized that like we can't nerf the sharps, or else the 10 people that keep our community humming and alive will get super upset. And this 2K is trash, and then our numbers go down, and then our money goes down, and so on and so forth. That's what I feel like is happening. I feel like 10 people are controlling the narrative for the entire group of us to play 2K, and it's unfortunate. Because there are just as many, there's 100,000 times more people that want to see sharps nerfed than there are people that want sharps to stay OP as fuck because it helps their YouTube channel grow. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bummer. Because the game is so fun. The game is so fun. There you go. But at least you'd have to balance out your build. Do you know what I mean? At least then you'd have to balance out your build. Also, stretch is not just sharps, I feel. Well, a stretch is a sharp, pure sharp. It's just a pure sharp at 610. That's what a stretch is. That's how it should be. Yeah, that's how it should be. That's at the core. That's what the archetype system's supposed to be. It's supposed to be choose what you have as choose what your priority is and choose where your deficit is. That's why the archetype system's so interesting. You can have arguments for days about what's the best combination, what's the best pure, what's the best, you know, because that's the fun of it. It's like, okay, what am I giving up, but what am I getting? It's that conversation with yourself and others. I know of Corsemba. I don't really watch Corsemba. I don't watch any of those guys. Agent, I like his 2K News videos. I watch those sometimes. Where he's like, next in the news, whatever the fuck, where he pretends to be Keemstar. I enjoy those videos, but gameplay videos, not really. Let's get right into the news. That shit. Because he's always talking about new bugs and new shit that people are working on. The pure shot is OP as well, but it should be. And I'll tell you why it should be OP. Because it should be really solid at everything, because it's not really good at anything. If that makes sense. I feel like the shot creator is for the people that miss 2K16. If you miss 2K16, make a pure shot creator, because then you're pretty damn good at everything, but not great at anything. It's for the people that want to hedge their bets. It's the middle. I want to be all about dunking on people's heads. Okay, slasher then. I want to be all about shooting threes. Okay, sharp then. I don't want to be bad at either of those things. Okay, well then, shot creator. It's the middle. It should be. It's only OP because it's balanced as fuck, and it's very 2K16. Curry is awesome, but Curry is rare. He's the son of an NBA player raised to play. Yeah, exactly. He has good handles. They're not world-class handles. The threat of his three gives him a lot of room for his handles. That other, if he didn't have that threat of the three, his handles aren't that spectacular. I'm just gonna say. I know I'll catch some flack for that, but without the threat of the three, the way they over pursue and push and press on him, he doesn't get those wide. Oh, he gets to the rim whenever he wants because of the 3-point shot, not as much because of his dribble. He's not Kyrie. He's not literally fucking saucing people up with his dribble moves. He's got good dribble moves. He's got solid fundamentals dribbling, but it's about that 3-point threat. It's not about his handle as much as other players. That's all I'll say. Motherfuckers give him way too much clout on his handles. His handles are not the best thing in the whole world. His 3-point shot is the best thing in the whole world, which means he can have, I don't want to say elementary school, I don't want to say basic handles. He has good handles. His handles are quality. They're not fucking, oh my god, look at that. They're not, oh my god, look at that at all. It's just threat of the three, bro. Gives him all the space he'll ever need to get anywhere he wants to go. Some people have to work really fucking hard to get to the rim. They have to dribble like their fucking life depends on it to get to the rim. I'm saying he doesn't have to do that. And again, his ability to finish at the rim, he's wide open because his fucking defender has completely over pursued that three. Because he has to, because he's Steph Curry. Because every coach is going, dude, don't let him shoot on you. Don't let him shoot on you. Really, I think 2K needs to go back to the 2K16 system or find a way to add a third archetype to the system. Right now, we are more like role players than superstars. Yes, this is true. That's why he's a cheat code. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, all credit to Steph Curry. He's the best shooter to ever play the game of basketball. And I know he doesn't have the official records yet, but let's not fucking pretend like he's not the best shooter to ever play the game of basketball, because he absolutely is. And you guys can all stop. It's only a matter of time. And he's in a system that plays to his strengths, so there's no reason to believe he won't get there. I would make a sharp. Yeah, Lights Out would just make a triple sharp, dude. We can't add another archetype, because then Lights Out would just make a triple sharp. And it'd be ridiculous. Hi, I haven't been around much lately. Is this a new map? Yeah, this is a new map, bud. What's up, new Claire? This is Medvied. It's a snow map. There's even a newer map than this one, technically, but I'm on this snow map because it's almost Christmas, so it makes me feel Christmassy to be on this snow map. So I'm on it. But welcome. I give him credit. He is the best shooter, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, he's a beast. It's retarded. Limit it so you can only double one archetype. Well, then you haven't solved the problem of the pure sharp. All you've done is made the pure sharp more dangerous because now you're giving them pure sharp doubled, and then what? Playmaker, slasher. You're just making the pure sharp stronger. Shot, sharp, still deadly. Yep, exactly. That doesn't really solve the problem, Super Wide. That only makes it worse. Because then now you, at least right now, you can go, oh, all he's doing is shooting threes. But if you had a triple archetype, you'd be like, oh, he's doing is shooting threes and then burning me off the dribble and taking the rim home with him. Yeah, well, there's some article that came out. I'm trying to reference it. Someone mentioned it in my stream, and I looked it up, and it was like, I was like, oh fuck, the projection. Somebody projected out just off of what everybody's making archetype wise this year and last year and the year before since we've had archetypes. They go, if this continues on its pattern, there will be nothing but stretch bigs and one other archetype at the park. Literally everybody. By the time like 2K21 or 22 comes out, everyone will be a stretch big and something else. I don't remember what the other something was. I think it was a rebounder. Like horse and stretch is the only two archetypes anyone will ever make. There will be no other archetypes. No one will even bother to make them. It was projected just from the amount more of those certain archetypes that they've seen progressively each year as that's become a thing. They're like, by the time 2022, it's something like, it was a beautiful article. I wish I could reference the article properly because I was like, oh fuck, that's interesting. Just from the numbers, just from the math of it. It's like, clearly this is the direction we're going. If it continues on its current trend, which doesn't seem like it's not going to, that's the only way to win at the park is if you have stretches and goats. Yeah, exactly. It should be more like Carver than Curry. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get the dribble away from them. They shouldn't have the dribble. A pure sharp, to me, should be just like a center, a 7-foot center at the top of the key trying to play point guard. There should be the same amount of fucking, oh, the ball's coming out, oh, the ball's out there. You should have the same amount of that. That's how I feel. But that being said, I'm not a sharp. I imagine a sharp pro like, fuck that, I'm not 7 feet tall. Well, you're a sharp. The same way a sharp can get onto the block with L2 and push anybody but another, or not sharp. The same way a proper big, a Shaq type big, can get on the block and push somebody completely under the fucking rim. That's an advantage. But you know what they take away from him because of that advantage? His ability to dribble the ball. Is the same way that a pure sharp can hit that three. He has a huge advantage. Now you take away that advantage, you fuck with his ability to dribble the ball. I think they should have the same disadvantage. Because those are both automatic baskets if you can shoot correctly. Make a player lightweight and small arms. You get ball control. That's how the ups and downs of making your build is. Yeah, we're saying it shouldn't be. That's what we're saying. Call us sharp haters if you want, but we're saying it shouldn't be that easy to fucking manipulate the game and make sure you keep your dribbles while you're shooting high percentage threes. Because if you can shoot, you can shoot. Regardless. If you can shoot, you can shoot. So make sure you use your... Here's the thing. But I want to be able to create my own shot. No, fuck all that. Use your teammates. That's the point of basketball. It's a team game. You'll still be able to hit your shots at a high clip. You just won't be able to create them yourself. You won't be able to be a selfish fucking asshole. Not saying you are not saying you are lights out. Not saying you're a selfish asshole. I'm just saying there's too many of you motherfuckers out there with like, watch me shoot these threes and dribble on these people's faces. Like, okay, but you know you're playing 3-on-3, right? There's two other people on the court that aren't doing anything while you're doing all that. At the very least, in taking away the dribble from the sharp, oh shit, yeah. You're giving the fucking teammates of the sharp an opportunity to help get that open look. You know what I mean? Like, at least they're playing to that end. I mean, that's not to say that's what they want to do. Oh, come on. That's a dead animal. What the fuck? There we go. Okay, he's down. Yes, exactly. Or make a play sharp if you want to create your own shot. At the very least, have your teammates involved in your offense. I don't know. Although that's fucking counterintuitive, though, when you think about it this way. A pure slasher doesn't need anybody's help to get to the rim. Do you know what I mean? A pure shot creator doesn't need anybody else's help to get to that sidelines and shoot that fadeaway that's OP as fuck for the shot creator. So why should the sharp need anybody's help to get his three-point shot off? Oh, I know why. Here's the counter-argument to that. Because it's 3 fucking points instead of 2 points. All the other examples of motherfuckers getting their own looks are for 2-pointers. The fact that you get 3 points for what you do well. That's why you should have help to do it. Nailed it. Argued both sides of that one and still came out on top. Yeah. Yeah, that fade does need to be nerfed. You know what I'm talking about, Superboy? That fade to the sidelines with the... Yeah. It's stupid. Like, it's stupid. I feel like did they nerf the post fadeaway? Because I think they did. Someone said that they did in one of the patches. They took that down a little bit, the post fade, because I haven't been hitting nearly as many. But you can make the case that, well, you know, if you make a fucking 7-foot, 300 whatever, or 280-pound fucking big, you can just push people under the hoop and dunk on their heads, like Wookie used to do on 18 or whatever. Yeah, for 2 points. Well, if you make a shot creator, you can just fucking find your way to the sidelines and do that fadeaway that's OP as fuck. Yeah, for 2 points. As a sharp, you create your own fucking 3-point shot. That's 3 points. There's a distinct difference. 3 is better than 2. In order to create yourself a 3-point opportunity that's a high percentage, you should need help. That's the whole argument. I don't know. I'm certain I wouldn't be saying any of this stuff. I'm certain I'd find a whole other way to argue this if I had a sharp. If I played with a sharp, but I don't play with a sharp. I don't shoot for shit. So, call me a hater. I think the one way you could frame this argument to the contrary would be like, yeah, but Nick, you can't shoot for shit, so you're a hater. Maybe. I think there's room for that discussion. I might be. But I also might be a motherfucker that realizes that there's a lot of people that want to play a different kind of basketball that is not getting their needs met by this sharp first fucking mentality that the park seems to have taken recently. Like, if you don't have 2 sharps, you lose at the park, it feels like. Especially at certain points of the day. There are a lot of other archetypes in the game, a lot of other play styles that are super fun and could be a lot of fun to play with and against at the park that are not being underutilized because the game is clearly slanted towards the 3-point shot. I mean, so is the pro game right now, I suppose, but I sound like Popovich right now. But, I mean, the best thing about 2K16 is you'd run into that team full of snipers, for sure. But you'd also run into that team that had that big man that we'd have to figure out a way to stop. Or that slasher that would run the fucking baseline and just on 2 people. Like, that you'd have to figure out a way to cut off. There are a lot of other ways to fucking dominate at the park on 16. And I think that's what made that game so goddamn fun. They would definitely fail without it. That's exactly it. Super White well said. I mean, basketball's a team game. That's why it's my favorite game. It's collaborative and it's very... Nobody plays by themselves. And that includes Michael Jordan played by... Stop it. Michael Jordan didn't play by himself. He never won a championship without Scottie Pippen. Let's start there. So, and he had, like, the fucking Zen Master and Phil Jackson as a coach. Like, nobody plays the game alone is my point. That's why 1v1 is not a fucking national pastime. It's 5-on-5 basketball. Ooh, there we go. Right in front of my face. God damn it. This guy's a dummy right now. Hold still, stupid. Missed. Damn it. Missed that one. Did he not move? Are you serious right now? This fucking deer is stupid. He deserves to die. Hold still, dummy. Hey, come back over here. Thank you. This is true, Super Y. It took some time. it took the Detroit Pistons busting that ass in the Eastern Conference a handful of times before they were good enough to win anything. So they're welcome. Paul, we take partial credit for those Bulls championships, don't we? They got molded in fire. And the fire was Detroit basketball. That's all that is. You're welcome, Chicago, for all your chips. Because we slapped that ass a couple of times. We made your team strong enough to compete. When you make a pass to me as I cut and I get a score, I say to myself, hell yeah, great pass, exactly. But we built the Bulls' toughness. We built the Bulls' toughness, dude. Listen, until they got over the hump that was the bad boys Pistons, they weren't doing shit. So, Chicago, you're welcome. For every championship your team's ever gotten, you're welcome. You're welcome. See how we take partial credit? Me and Paul know what's up. We take partial credit for that. Where am I going? Where's that marker? Oh, it's all the way over there. God damn it. Am I running in circles today? I might be running in circles. You just made MJ mad. Yeah. Not disagreeing with that. Sorry, Nick. Bad info. Apparently new map for console next week. Oh, okay. That's good, because honestly, this morning I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to explain why I didn't get the new map. Because I didn't want to take a trip to the store. I'd already bought the coffee for this morning, and I woke up and I, like, immediately started recording this morning. I was like, I'm not walking up to the store to get a fucking PlayStation card to buy a new map. Fuck that. I'll just explain to them that I didn't want to go up to the store to buy a new map. So that's perfect. That's next week. That mental note, I'll write it down, because I'm fucking getting old. My mental ain't so strong. But new map next weekend. Hold on, let me write that down. Ow. Ah, fuck! That hurts. I have to write like a tard. Or maybe some of you guys write like that. Do you guys write like this with a pen up? I write like a gentleman, like a normal person. But that hurts with my thumb right now, so I can't write like that. I gotta write like a tard. Do any of you guys write like this? People write like this. I know people do. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna write the thing with the... I've seen people write like that. I'm like, how the fuck did you get that so wrong? Who let you start writing like that and never corrected it? Makes me angry. I don't know why it makes me angry, but some people write like all with the pen all up in the air, all stupid, like... I don't understand that at all. These kids today don't write at all, do they? It's all like, no, I just type it into my phone. Like, pen and paper isn't even a thing. Wait, is pen and paper even a thing anymore? Are we past that now? God, that's going to be a scary day. We're basically past the paperless society, aren't we? Are we past the paperless society when you think about it? Like, in school. I don't know. I'm not in school. But, like, in school, do they have, like... Does everybody have a laptop and shit? Or do they still hand out fucking actual worksheets and shit? I'd have to ask one of these youngsters. Yo, youngsters, do you guys still get, like, worksheets at school? Like, actual pieces of paper? Or are you all electronic now? Are we in the future? Yo, are we in the future? Or do they still print out shit for you guys? You get assigned a tablet and all your work goes onto it and shit? Or what are we doing now? Because we're very close to that, right? Where, like, you literally get handed a tablet as you walk into school, and then, like, my school's laptop mostly. Oh, for real? Dude, I was half joking, but for real? Damn. Yeah, we're going to be paperless soon, guys. No one will have to learn to read and write. Still use paper. The school system isn't rich enough yet. I'm saying. I'm like, we can't be at that place where everybody has a tablet yet, right? But pretty soon we're going to be at that place where nobody actually learns to read and write. Can you imagine? What a trip. I mean, we won't need... The argument is we won't need to learn to read and write. Or we'll need to learn to read, but we won't need to learn to write. Can you imagine? There'll be kids that will be born and never learn to write anything out with like a pencil or a pen and paper. We'll get to that point eventually. Isn't that fucking frightening to think about? Like, you'll be like, sign here. Be like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, tablet. Oh, you're a millennial. My bad. Tablet. Fingerprint. Oh, yep. You know what I mean? That is frightening to think about. That scares the shit out of me. Now I'm thinking about that in my brain. Go ahead and write me a letter. I'm sorry, a letter? I'm sorry, what? How is the post office still a thing? Oh, right. Somebody has to hand us or send us all the junk mail. All the pamphlets for restaurants that we'll never go to and bullshit in our mailboxes. Someone has to hand that out. So they're not really in information distribution anymore. Now they're in fucking goddamn advertising. The United States Postal Service is basically a giant advertising firm at this point. Paper leaflets and shit. Just as annoying as the snappers in Vegas. Nigga ladies. Nigga ladies. They're exactly that shit. I mean, let's face it, most bills are paperless now too when you think about it, right? Oh, I just pay that online. Oh, I just pay that online. Like, how many people actually get mail delivered to their house that's of any importance? I mean, let's face it, is our mailbox basically just buy fucking Pizza Hut, you know, coupons and fucking, hey, Burger King coupons and bullshit like this? Print ads, like, that's barely a thing anymore, isn't it? Wow. Kid 20 years from now, why should I learn to write? Employee destroys all technology. Kid, I can't go on Instagram. Right? Exactly. I got a tablet for that. Smash! Do you now have do you have a tablet for that now? I see motherfuckers at work, bro. We have name badges, right, with like a barcode on it. So you clock in, right, to a computer at the warehouse they work at. Now, nobody really wears their name badge, but everybody has that badge to clock in. I see motherfucking kids on their first day going, oh, name badge? Okay. Taking their phone and going, and then going up to the fucking sign in and going, pictures. There's my picture of my name badge. Holding it up and going, cling, and clocking into work. I'm like, just use the badge. Like, what the fuck are you making? Just use the badge. Well, I'm going to have my phone in my hand when I clock in. Are you? Because you're going to work. Why the fuck do you got your phone in your hand? Get your phone out of your hand. You're going to work. Ooh, it makes me angry. I don't know why, but I like technology, but that makes me angry when they're like, I have a picture of my card. Click, and it clocks them. It actually works. It clocks them in. It's like, motherfuck, really? So you start your workday. You start your workday with a phone in your hand. You start your workday with the distraction right there in the palm of your hand. So dumb. Oh, what if I lose my card? Like, don't lose your card, stupid. It's how you fucking clock into work. That's easy. Just don't lose your card. Well, I'll just take a picture of it, and then I'll fucking use the picture to do the... Makes me mad. Makes me mad. I don't know why. It's probably just efficiency-wise. It's probably, you know, a good thing. But, like, for whatever reason, it makes me angry. I'm like, fuck you. What was that ripple? I just heard a ripple. I seen the ripple, rather. What? Exactly. Stores have Apple Pay. You can put your phone up to the register and pay. Yeah, this I know about. That's actually, I could see that being handy, I guess. Everything's going paperless. Do you want a receipt? Who actually takes receipts from stores, guys, when they ask you, do you want a receipt? Do you ever go, oh, yeah, please, thanks? No, I'm like, no, I don't want a receipt. That's stupid. A picture would be handy if you forgot it, but it just takes more work to find the picture than to use the card. Yeah, right? Plus, it's a name badge, so, like, it has their name on it. If they're new, like, put that badge on so people can go, hey, so people don't go, hey, stupid. They go, hey, you know, John, or whatever the fuck your name is. Yeah, that's true. I don't talk to those people at work. They do definitely get timid around me because I'm moving really fast and I'm not making eye contact and I'm not talking to them, and they're like, who's that quiet guy with the beanie on all the time? Who's over there fucking sweating, throwing freight like it's the apocalypse. It bugs me. There's the little things like that bugs the shit out of me. Don't get me started on work. I'll fucking monologue for an hour and a half about work. But, just in the line of conversation we were having about technology, like, I took a picture of my badge. Now I flashed a picture. Like, okay. Hey, stupid John. What are they? Hey, stupid John over there. Hey, lazy Pete, get your fucking shit together. I don't know. I was working so fast on fucking Saturday. I know I've mentioned it a handful of times. I apologize, guys. Most of you guys have already heard it too many times, but legit hurt my thumb. I was moving so fast on Saturday. And it's a Saturday. It was an easy day. I cut the fuck out of my thumb. Like, not deep. Like, it's not bleeding or anything, but it hurts to push the buttons. I can't even tell you how tough 2K was for me yesterday, guys. Like, not making excuses. I lose a lot either way, you know? But, bro. Ever have a co-employee you could rely on? Yes, Paul, I did. His name was Cormy. Eric Cormier, a dear friend of mine, a good friend. We got to know each other well. This was back in my stoner days, in like the early 2000s, late 2000s, when I was filling orders, filling trucks full of freight, delivering. Trucks would be delivered to buildings, to businesses rather. Like, we were in the building all night shopping for small businesses in the area, and we'd put it onto pallets, wrap it, send it into a truck. Truck would take off that morning off to businesses and deliver it. It was like a business delivery type of a vibe. And I was about 6 or 8 years into that job, and Cormy jumped onto the shift. I'd known him because he was on a different shift at the crew, so we communicated and bullshitted and ha-ha and had a laugh. But he comes onto the crew and he goes, I'm gonna check you. Not check you like I'm your competition, but like he's like, I'm going to be step for step with you every day. I'm like, okay, we'll see. Oh, I'm going to be step for step with you every day. I'm like, okay. A lot of people say that. He's like, no, watch. We're going to be twins. Whatever you do, I do. I would sit down before I started my shift and I'd put my headphones in. I had a playlist that had a little Nas, a little bit of Tupac, a little bit of just a bunch of songs in succession. It was about a 15-minute playlist, and I listened to it. I'd just sit there and I'd rock back and forth before I clock in to go to work, and boom, I'd be full clip. By the time the end of the playlist hit, I'd clock in and be full clip. Electric Jack, go, like burning orders. Filling orders for 60, 70 different businesses in a night. And so Corman's like, oh, okay, he puts his headphones in. So he goes and sits down at the register next to my register and puts his headphones in, and he makes himself a playlist. I'm like, this motherfucking... Turns out he ended up being my best friend, because, like, he would do that every day. And then we would, at a full clip, just... couple hundred businesses a morning would get their orders filled by us, and they would be fucking pristine and perfect and done efficiently and fast. And the truck drivers were always like, man, your boards are always the best boards. Yeah, they are the best boards, because we take our job fucking seriously. For like 4 years there, me and Cormy dominated the delivery department of the warehouse I work at. Dominated. Smashed all night, smoked pot, and played video game golf all morning. You don't want to see me on Tiger Woods 2010. Especially if I'm stoned. I'm so good. So good. Every morning. It was literally, can we get the fuck out of here already so we can go play some fucking golf? We made old versions of ourselves. Old golf versions of ourselves. You're going to grind for your small forward to buy a small amount of VC for him. I'm going to grind him. I'm going to start playing career mode because I got to get his badges unlocked anyways. And then as far as VC, I'm still going to play with the power forward because that's the move. But anyways, for like 4 or 5 years there, me and Cormy every night smash the fuck set pace on the whole crew. Then we go to my house and we made old versions of ourselves, old people versions of ourselves on Tiger Woods 2010 golf. We play golf and get ripped to the gills. Get some fast food, get stoned as shit, play golf, and then sleep all day, wake up 6 o'clock at night, go back to work, rinse, repeat. We did that for like 4 years. That was the only motherfucker who ever kept up with me. I miss him. He went back to Eastern Washington. He's a homie, dude. Fucking had that laugh, that contagious laugh, would laugh at almost everything. Had that contagious laugh. That one where that fucking, like, he starts laughing, everybody starts laughing. He was one of those type of motherfuckers. It was so good. Other than him, I guess Rue, my boy Rue, he's like a forklift manager. Like he moved up the ranks, but he had that grind too. He made me feel lazy. A handful of people, couple people, not a lot of people. But yeah, in my line of work, bro, nobody wants to put their head down and grind like that. That's not something people do. It's very rare to find somebody that's like, yeah, I'll just fucking run my head into this wall over and over again. Day after day after day after day after day after day after day. Like, you don't, that's, most people are like, okay, I'll do this for a while until I can find that better gig in the company and then I'll move on. And that's fine. I know fucking a lot of good people that have moved on. Not taking anything away from them. Never had any interest in moving on. I want to stay entry level as fuck. I want work to be an afterthought. I don't ever want to even take any amount of time to spend on, what do these people think about me? What do these people think about me? That's the type of shit. When you start moving up in a company, you have to start worrying about public opinion and what your impact could be, or how this is going to look, and how to frame the narrative when you approach a task. It's like, motherfuck, all that's so extra. so extra, unnecessary, completely unnecessary. Just grind. I want that easy job. That effort is all you need to apply. Just apply effort. Everything else sorts itself out if you work hard enough. At a certain level of employment in any company, it's not about the work anymore. It's about how you can frame the work to help benefit your standing with the company. It's like, God damn it. All that fucking positioning and posturing eventually at a certain point gets in the way of productivity, and that just fucks you. Just fucks you. That's been my experience. Maybe I'm a bit jaded, but like I've never found an example where that wasn't the case. So to that end, fuck all of that. I want to do that just basic shit. Just give me the fucking job that's honest, the straightforward, my efforts for a financial gain. That's it, period. Nothing more than that. To ask anything more of that of your employer, I feel it's folly. Because then it gets all blurred up and muddled up in what I should have had, what I haven't gotten, what I, all that bullshit. Unnecessary. Put all that to the side. That's not important. To me, that's not important. It doesn't make you happy. It hasn't made me happy. Never made me happy. That's a lynx right there. You guys see that? I'm going to try and hide behind this rock and call him back in. I was miserable. I tried to climb. I climbed at one point when I was young, in my teens, 20, 21. I was climbing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get on a forklift. And I got on a forklift. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna apply for this job in charge of the dock where they wrap all the boards and put them into the trucks and stuff. I applied for that job. Got that job. I started to move up the ranks, and the higher and higher I climbed, the more and more responsibility they put on my plate, and less I gave a shit about the job I was doing. It started to hurt. It started to take over my mind. It started to follow me home. And I was like, this is not making me happy. This does not make me happy at all. So eventually I stepped back down to the base level job and began to take that so seriously. And I've been there ever since. Like, I can't even tell you. Because I've got yesterday, Curry wears a fake beard because he can't grow any body hair. There you go. I climbed the workplace ladder a little bit back in the day and found no joy in it. It didn't fill me full. It didn't do anything for me. Happy is more important than financially profitable, I guess is the word. I'd rather be happy. Happy is so much more important, guys. Just keep that in mind. Happy is so much better. My job will not impress anybody. You know what I mean? When I'm not fucking hot shit at a dinner party. So what do you do? Like that, you know what I mean? I'm not hot shit at a dinner party, but I smile more than anybody I know that's my age. I'll tell you that right now. When somebody asks, I go, I work in a warehouse, I throw freight. I work in a warehouse, I throw freight. And I play video games on the internet. That's all I tell anybody when I'm asked. I'm like, I throw freight in a warehouse and I play video games. And I'm almost 40. And I'm almost 40. I could give a fuck. I could give a fuck. Happy. Happy. That's what's important, dude. I don't want to chase it. I don't want to chase the picket fence. I don't want the White House, the picket fence, the 2 cars in the garage. I don't want the fucking mortgage. I don't want the, you know what I mean? None of that. I can't. It doesn't make me happy. Happy has got to be more important. This is a fleeting experience, guys. A fleeting experience. We will all die. Not to be all morbid with y'all, but like legit, nobody gets out of this alive, guys. To spend any more time than you absolutely have to on something you don't want to do seems like absolute folly to me. Like, why would you even attempt? That's so stupid. Like, just don't. No, that's dumb. Don't do it. That's so dumb. So, but my friends are all doing this, so if I don't do this, then I'm a loser. No. If you don't do that, then you might be a loser. You might be a loser. I don't know. By whose metric? Who gets to decide that? You or them? I don't know. Other people's opinions have made very little impact on me. Don't tell me what to do, you don't get a say. Basically, that's what it boils down to. You don't get a say. It's my life. It's like that part in the Avengers where he fucking falls down. And what's her bitch? Black Widow and Bruce Banner fall down that shaft or whatever, and they hit the ground. She goes, okay, it's okay. We're all right. We're going to be okay. And he goes, ugh. my life, or whatever. And he fucking starts going all Hulk. I love that part. She's like, oh, fuck. Yeah. It's my life. I think about that part when someone tries to tell me what to do. I'm like, it's my life. Fuck you. I smash. That's what I do. I smash at work, then I clock out and put it the fuck behind me. I don't think about it again all day. Until a conversation like this presents itself, and then I start just rambling about it. But, no, there was a time where I attempted to climb. And I did not enjoy the experience at all. I did not enjoy the experience at all. And those people I've worked with whose work ethic I respect that have climbed all look worse for it. Like they all look gray in the hair and exhausted all the time and pensive. And did you hear? Were they talking about me? That sort of shit. Ugh, I can't live like that. Well, I thought we should do this, and then they said to do this, and I don't know. I feel like I feel like they have it out for me. Like, oh my god, that's your work life. That's your work day. You're worrying about what 3 or 4 other fucking nubs are thinking about what you've decided to do with whatever the fuck you've decided to be, or you've been charged with being in charge of. It's like, fuck, I can't even imagine. That's gotta suck. Well, maybe I'll get a promotion this year. Maybe I'll get a raise this year. I gotta go in there and have an interview and talk to them about why I should get more money this year than last year. And you gotta fucking justify a pay raise? You gotta like give them a fucking essay? Wow. Fuck you. That does not sound like fun to me at all. Fuck that. Just give me my base salary with my bonuses, 6 weeks of vacation a year, and I will continue to provide quality productivity. Period. And that's the end of it. And don't call me at my house. And don't treat me like a fucking goddamn doctor. I'm not on call. Don't ask me personal questions. Don't like that. Don't try and blur the lines. It's a gym membership that pays all my bills. That's it. Period. We need a new subject. I don't want to talk about this anymore. New subject. Who's got a new subject? Hit me. I got my ramble on right now. I don't want to just keep talking about work. It's the worst. It deserves my complete attention when I'm clocked in and there. Otherwise, I don't want to think about it. It's extra. I shouldn't have to think about it. It's the weekend, man. What do we got? Anybody? Nothing? Nobody? Give me something. Hit me. I don't know. Isn't it nice not to know? I like not knowing. I'll tell you this. As far as not knowing goes, I watched a Rogan podcast with a sleep expert. Guys, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. This sleep expert, I watched like an hour and 15 minutes of it and I turned it off. It was like a 2.5 hour interview or a conversation they were having. And this sleep expert was like, you can't make up sleep. You shouldn't sleep. If you're going to sleep, commit the time to sleep at least, so and so amount of hours. And you can't sleep several times during the day and think that that's a cumulative and it's going to add up to the 8 hours you need to sleep a day, because it doesn't. All this shit, all the energy drinks are so dangerous. Like, he might as well have been talking to me. It was so scary. It was so scary. I was like, oh my God, I got to turn this off. It was terrifying me. As far as things I don't know, I wish I didn't know half the things I know now, having watched that episode of Rogan with the fucking sleep expert guy. God, that scared the shit out of me. I'm taking years off my life, apparently. So that's happening? Whew. Should not have watched it. I regret watching it. I mean, it was very informative, and the guy was wicked smart. And Rogan was asking the right questions. It was a good one. As far as like something to watch, it's a good podcast, but fuck. I had to stop at an hour. I think hour and 15, hour and 18 minutes. I was like, nope, can't watch this. This is terrifying me. Because the last time I literally had 8 hours of sleep, I can't even remember the last time I had 8 hours of sleep. Live a boring schedule or live free. True. There you go, Paul. That's the way to look at it, bud. Like, I really, literally can't remember the last time I had 8 hours of sleep. I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I did that. Either way, as an old man, you're not getting laid or winning any boxing matches, so do it when you're young. There you go. I think it's not so much that you aren't winning them; it's that your priorities change. So it's not a fucking like when your balls are full and you're in your fucking 20s or whatever. It's like, oh, I want to fucking conquer the world, and you should. That's when you do that. When you get as old as we are, Paul, that stops being the priority. You're like, that's not what's important. What's important is a comfortable chair and a fucking a place to put your feet up and something to engage your mind. Because your mind is still because your mind is still sharp. Where your body may be failing you. I know mine is. As I'm getting older, man. Fuck. The aches and the pains, bro. Way more prevalent than they ever were back when I had the rubber muscles. Back when I'm 20. And I could just bounce back from fucking tearing myself down every night. Yeah, I can't wait to meet that 7-year-old that can't still swim. I'm saying, bro. So I'm in my senior year in high school. It ends in June. Is it worth quitting? No, it's definitely not worth quitting. And I'll tell you why. I approached my work situation with that fucking laser focus and that drive because it is my only means of survival in this world. By that I mean I have zero options. By that I mean I didn't graduate high school. So when I go into the job market, if I were to go into the job market, thankfully I don't have to, I would be filling out an application and marking off no high school education. Do you know how low on their stack of fucking employment chances I would be? Like, you know how low on their list I am? Having checked that mark and checked that box, rather. Like, you want options. There's no reason not to have options. Give yourself options. There's literally no downside to having options. An education gives you options. You do not want to have zero. Like, I have no options. I can only lift heavy things for a living. That's basically the only thing I'll be hired for with my level of education. So that's all I would say. And fuck school. School's the fucking worst. I stopped taking school seriously in the 6th grade. Hand to God. Didn't do any schoolwork in middle school. Got pushed through. Didn't do any schoolwork in high school. And they stopped pushing me through. They pushed me through elementary school, middle school. Once I hit high school, I did 9th grade 3 years. Never touched a piece of schoolwork. Did high school, I mean I went to high school, scored drugs, hung out with friends, went to parties, that sort of shit. Didn't actually do any schoolwork ever. Oh my God, I just died. Wow. The thing about it is, I don't regret anything. I love the life I live. I found pure joy and happiness and fulfillment in the way I live, but I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. There's something about it that is so grindy. I enjoy the grind. There's something about it I've embraced over the long period of time I've been doing it. I found a way to enjoy it and find fulfillment in it and embrace the grind. But honestly, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. If I had options, I can only imagine the kind of fucking fun shit I could get into. So don't limit your options, bro. That's just stupid. Don't be me. Do not be me. Or be me if you want, but be me with options. Be me with the opportunities and chances at other things if you need them or want them or have them. You want to have options, bro. Don't limit your options. That's just dumb. That's just nearsighted. Doesn't mean you got to go to college and get a master's degree. It just means you're shooting yourself in the foot employment-wise and life-wise by 40-50% if you don't even have a high school education. Yeah, you can't find a job for shit. You shouldn't worry about a job right now. Just get your high school education, bro. I had a guidance counselor my sophomore year in high school when I wasn't doing any work. I wasn't doing anything. That high school guidance counselor brought me in his office. Mr. Nagel was his name. Nagel. And he goes, "Hey Nick, I'm gonna tell you the thing everybody has been avoiding telling you for a long time." He says, "If you don't take your schoolwork seriously, you will be doing backbreaking labor your entire life." Because no one's gonna tell you that. They're all gonna tell you got a ton of potential. you know, if you just apply yourself, you know, you can conquer the world if you just, you know, take your schoolwork seriously. He goes, now I'm gonna drop all that at the door. We're gonna leave that behind. I'm gonna give you the brass tacks, the honest truth. He says, I'm gonna tell you the shit none of the other teachers are gonna tell you. If you do not start doing your schoolwork and get yourself an education, you will spend your whole life doing backbreaking labor. I said, Mr. Nagel, I appreciate your honesty. I shook his hand, and I never went back to school again. Applied 3 or 4 months later at the warehouse I'm at, and I'm still there, doing backbreaking labor. So, Mr. Nagel, you're 100% right, sir. But fuck you for putting that carrot on the stick, because all I thought about for the longest time, every time I have a tough day at work, over the 20 years I've been working the place I've been working, every time I had a tough day, I'd think about Mr. Nagel. I'd think about him going, you're going to do backbreaking labor your whole life. Like, with that attitude, like, you're too, like, it's a don't tell me what to do is what it is. For me, it's a don't tell me what to do. It's a, you're not going to like it. No, I'm going to like it. I'm going to get really fucking good at it. I'm going to make it a priority in my life to never have a bad day at work and to always push and to be the guy that does a whole lifetime of backbreaking labor and come out the other end of it happy and fulfilled and enjoying his life. So thank you, Mr. Nagel, for your guidance. You fuck. Hope you're dead. He's probably dead now. But every time I had a bad day at work, I would think about Mr. Nagel and him going, shit, you're going to end up doing backbreaking labor. You want to do backbreaking labor? Like it's some sort of, you're going to end up in hell. Like, it's not hell, dude. It's only hell for the fucking, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But, like, yeah, I had one guidance counselor totally fuck my whole thing up. I think about him all the time. His name was Mr. Nagel. I'm probably not where I am right now if he hadn't had that conversation with me. I can't find a job for shit. Ever consider weekends at National Guard? Exactly. You don't want to be limited to labor. I have had 3 broken noses, laid 2.5 million square feet of industrial floor, changed 10,000 semi-tires and 50 roofs, and so much pain. Labor, pain, labor, pain. Exactly. All this life I've lived, which I don't regret, by the way. That's the thing. I'm a little conflicted because I want to give you good advice. Like, you should definitely get your education. That's important. But at the same time, I'm not trapped. I'm trapped, but I'm not trapped. I really enjoy myself. I mean, I'm in the manual labor prison, if you will. Like, that's kind of all I'm qualified to do. But that being said, I find a pure joy in what I do. I've managed to find a pure joy in what I do. So it's like, I'm in the briar patch, but I'm Briar Rabbit. I enjoy the briar patch. Do you know what I mean? That being said, I don't think most people would. I think I might be a bit strange for that. So I would definitely recommend you get your education. Definitely. Like, I feel like I don't want to be the guy, I don't know. I don't want to be the guy that's, go to school, kids. When, like, clearly school was not for me. And clearly school is not for some kids. But at the same time, I don't know these motherfucking kids. Man, the smart move is to say, stay in school. You might be that kid that doesn't need school. You might be that motherfucking strong-headed motherfucker that's like, I can really get down on a life that's simple and laid out for me and automatic. But at the same time, I don't want to be that liar that's like, oh, I sure wish I had options in an education. Because I don't. I love my life. But I do think my life would fucking break 90% of y'all. So to that end, I think stay in school. For me, school was not the answer. School was the worst. It was so boring. So boring. Those teachers need to do a lot better job of educating. Because they could not keep my attention for shit. I wanted to be anywhere but in class. They were so fucking boring. I only had like 1 or 2 teachers. Mr. Metzger and Mr. Shaw. 2 teachers that actually made it exciting and interesting and engaging. And would set up separate things for me to do while the class was doing stuff. Because, like, I would get really bored with what the class was doing. And the teachers were like, oh, okay, he's clearly off task because he just needs more than this fucking basic-ass cookie-cutter game plan that we have for the majority of these sheep. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm not a sheep. I'm a wolf. Like, some of the good teachers would identify that real quickly and be like, okay, here's some side shit for Nick to do. But most of the teachers were like, follow the curriculum, or whatever the fuck, curriculum? Yeah. Follow the curriculum. We're just going to help because the book says to... But you don't know any more than I do, the book says. You got the cheat code in the back of your book. You're not that smart. Yeah, it made me angry. The hypocrisy of it all made me fucking furious. But a credit to the handful of teachers that actually fucking appreciate and understand education and are in the job because of their need to educate. They're like their passion for education. They want people to learn. Those motherfuckers are so rare. This stream should be called Privacy Invasion. Why? But shout out to Mr. Metzger. Shout out to Mr. Shaw. Those two teachers were really dope. So rare. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame. Mr. Metzger once a week. This is elementary school. He's my 5th or 6th grade teacher. He would open up the gym once a week on Wednesdays, like the gym of the elementary school, and play floor hockey with us. It was awesome. I should visit them if they're allowed. Dude, they're 1,000 years old, dude. Mr. Metzger was like 60-something. Sweet old dude. Like, would meet all the parents. It wasn't creepy. People were like, oh, he opened up the gym and played with a bunch of boys, huh? A bunch of kids played floor hockey with a bunch of kids, huh? No, he was he was the opposite of creepy. He literally was like, I need your parents to come in, and we need to have a conversation about you coming and playing floor hockey with us on Wednesdays. Like, that whole thing. He was dope. He was dope. He was a cool dude. But he'd open up the gym. He'd, like, stay late. Personal time. Not like, well, school day's done. Time to go home. No, he's like, no, it's Wednesday, so we're playing floor hockey. He'd take the keys to the school gym. He'd be the last teacher at the school. Not the principal, not the janitor. He'd be the last motherfucking adult at the school. And he'd stay and he'd keep the gym open for a couple hours so we could play floor hockey, dude. It was awesome. He didn't need to waste his whole Wednesday on that. You know what I mean? And also, he didn't make it about, like, you know, the math of floor hockey is very interesting. He didn't try and teach. He was like, dude, a safe place for kids to play a little floor hockey and be competitive in a safe space. Like, that's what it was about. He's like, fuck them being out on the streets, getting into all kinds of trouble. Come play floor hockey. Like, it's pretty simple. Just plastic sticks, a little fake puck, smooth floors of the, gymnasium. Come play floor hockey, dude. Spend your Wednesdays playing floor hockey with Mr. Metzger. He played goalie so we could all fucking just rip shots at him. It was great. People like that definitely deserve a raise, dude. Seriously, he was the best. I remember his name. It was like, 30 years ago I remember his name. Well, a little less than 30 years ago, but... So he was like 60 then. He's got to be dead. There's no way he's still alive. That'd be a trip if I go back to the school he's still alive. What's up, Hoyman? How's it going, buddy? We're talking about high school. We're talking about elementary school teachers that were dope. I had one. Well, I had one in elementary school, and then Mr. Shaw was in high school. He was cool because he was like, "You're clearly not giving a shit about this." He's like, "Here's the thing. A lot of these other kids are trying to get an education, Nick, so we can't have you fucking up and distracting the whole class. Here's what we're gonna do." And he like gave me side bullshittery to do that kept me distracted from distracting the whole class. That's been my game. That was Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw was not nearly the Mr. Metzger, okay? He was not nearly the super teacher who stayed after school and, made impact in kids' lives. He was more like, I know what you're doing, Nick. You're doing a lot of drugs. And you're fucking around a ton. I don't want you to fuck these other kids up, so let's put you off to the side here and you can have your own fun, and I'll teach the rest of the class. And I was like, okay, Mr. Shaw, I appreciate your honesty. I never fucked around in Mr. Shaw's class because he was the one that treated me like an adult. He's like, okay, bro, I know what you're doing. You don't want to learn algebra. It was a math class. He's like, you don't want to learn algebra. You want to distract these kids from learning algebra. And I was like, shit, I kind of do. He's like, all right, well, here's what's going to happen. You're not going to distract these kids from learning algebra, but I'm also not going to ride you about doing the work. And I was like, nice. Thanks, bud. You still talk to a few of your high school teachers? Nice. That's a moose right there. So I guess I like Mr. Shaw because he was a get-along boy. Like, he was like, yeah, you're just a fuck-up. That's cool. Just don't be a fuck-up in a way that distracts the others from learning. I was like, okay, cool, man. Good deal. I was like, yep, not a problem. Good deal. So I like Shaw for that reason. I like Metzger because he was actually trying to improve the lives of all of his students, which was kind of like, wow, that's lofty, but good for you, man. You're dead. Nice, I got a moose. A good teacher inspires a student to teach themselves. Yeah, well, maybe. For me, a good teacher was like a motherfucker that identified real early on that, like, I'm not that, you can't cookie cutter me. You can't put me into your curriculum. I will resist that kind of fucking box. Don't put me in a box. Don't tell me what to do. That's my fucking mantra. Don't tell me what to do. To me, that's a good teacher that like identifies quickly who the outliers are and makes room for them and or space for them and or a spot for them outside of the standard curriculum that the sheeple will fucking follow blindly. And Metzger did a good job of engaging me in that way, allowing me opportunities to be creative inside the curriculum. And then Shaw was just like, okay, you're going to be a problem if I don't address this. And he addressed it in a polite way, in a man-to-man kind of a way that it took me back a little bit. I was you know, what am I, 14, 15 in sophomore year of high school? So, like, I wasn't that old, but he was like, okay, listen, bro, let's have a conversation. Like, man-to-man adult shit. I'm like, oh, fucking cool, man. Like, he's not treating me like a child. He's not going, hey, you need to sit down and do the schoolwork. He's like, no, you're clearly not going to do the schoolwork, so just chill over here and don't fuck with the other kids, man, and we're good. I'm like, ah, sweet, thanks, man. But what do I know? Because I would have made his job really fucking hard. If he hadn't had that heart-to-heart with me, I would have made his job really fucking hard. A lot of those kids wouldn't have got their education. Because I could be so distracting, you have no idea. If I was bored, everybody was going to, you know. If I wasn't paying attention, nobody was paying attention. Because getting people off task was the only fun I had in school. I was back in the day. Literally never made a kid stay back. She would push them so much. She would buy you things to make you come to school so you would succeed. There you go. That's good shit. Yeah, there are some seriously good teachers out there that deserve a lot more than that fucking... Dude, you know most teachers have to work second jobs in the summer because they don't make enough money to float them through the 3 years that everybody else is out of school? You know that's a thing? Like, we need to pay our teachers better, bro. For real. The good ones, not the fucking bums. We don't want a bunch of shit teachers getting into the game, a bunch of shit people getting into the game for the wrong reasons. If the money's too good, then you'll get shitheads that don't actually want to educate. They just want the good paycheck. And I'm running CNC. There you go. Then my principal hated on her and put her in a different school. What? Oh, that's a cliff. Okay, how the fuck do I get down this cliff? I don't know. That's the best thing about these hunting broadcasts is I end up just rambling about silly shit. I feel like I've definitely been rambling for about an hour or so. The first half an hour was pretty much 2K. And I started talking about work. Now we're talking about school. Yeah, school was just so boring. Like, there were certain classes, like English, I really enjoyed English. English was cool. Fuck! How did I just die right there? Fuck that. Okay, bro, I'm dead. I get it. I'm dead. Damn it, I'm all the way back up here, aren't I? Fuck! They put me back up here. Shit. This map is stupid. It won't let me go down this cliffside. I want to go down this cliffside, you bastards. I'm trying to go over here to this thing that's real. There's some sort of trail right here, so let me just take this trail, I guess. The social element of high school was always super fun. I miss that. I miss being around a lot of like-minded people, you know, same age type motherfuckers. That was cool. I enjoyed that about high school. I had a lot of fun in high school. I took over assemblies. I moderately famous in high school. If I took over assemblies, I mean, I literally turned the assembly against the principal while he was up there talking. This is gonna be a good year, guys. And I fucking and I ran out onto the and everybody's it's pretty good. They had the pep rally, the school spirit pep rally, and each like class had a little skit they did talking about pep or whatever, and they had to have a representation of every class of the school, and every single skit had a version of me in it. Like I was the archetype for my class. Like they were like, we're gonna use your likeness in the. That was Mr. Shaw actually. Now that I think about it, he's like, can we use your likeness in the? He actually came to me man to man about that too. He's like, listen, the juniors are gonna use your likeness in their pep rally sketch if that's cool. Because I had a pretty unique style, man. I had long hair at that point. I used to wear a bathrobe to school, like the dude, you know, from Big Lebowski. At one point, I was rocking a crossing guard vest and like, you know, PJs, just like, I'm going to school. Like I was on that other shit. Like I literally, too many drugs. We come to school drunk all the time. Just for my 16th birthday, my older brothers got together and bought me a 160 hit vial of acid. No joke, not making this up. On some Hunter S. Thompson shit. For real. I went through that in like a month, less than a month. Everybody was getting frazzled, bro. It was so good. But my point is, this is about the same time as they did this these skits. So literally, the seniors had a pep rally skit that year, and it had some guy in a bathrobe with long curly hair, trying to, you know, pretending to be me. And then juniors, same thing. I think I was a sophomore at that point, so the sophomores our skit didn't have me in it, obviously. But then I think the freshmen even had a version of me in their skit. I was the mascot for my grade, you know. But yeah, I had a moderate amount of fame in high school. Didn't do any schoolwork. Didn't do a stitch of schoolwork, but I was moderately famous. Like this much famous. Needless to say, got all the attention I would ever want. Walked the halls with the like the kind of high-five bullshit that they do in movies where people are like, oh, that's the cool kid in school. Like that was me, but I wasn't the cool kid. I was the fucking burnout that like any moment I could do something silly and stupid. And I'll tell you, the pressure and the stress of having to fucking come up with interesting and unique, weird things to do every time I'd run into a group of people who, hey, Nitch, because everybody called me Nitch. Hey, Nitch. I was like, oh, and I'd be like, oh, fuck, scramble. Okay, what do we got? Oh, run full speed into the lockers, and then scream, Mom, stop touching me there, and then run off down the other hall, you know? Like, I'd have to come up with crazy things all the time to keep them engaged, keep people guessing, you know what I mean? I was that, like, does this guy have parents? Does he have a family? Like I was this dude, right? Like the amount of creativity and the amount of time and effort and thought I had to put into the everyday bullshit I do at high school and during high school, I had no time for schoolwork. What's up, Silent Ninja? How's it going, buddy? Like I literally had no time for anything else. It's like, fuck, okay, today I'm gonna pretend to have an invisible dog. Sit, stay. God, we're house training him, and then just walk off. People are like, what the fuck is it? I'm Davis dropped out because he was making 20K a month. Yeah, well, there you go. So yeah, my high school experience was unique, to say the least. So good. Had so much fun. Those are the best 3 years of my life. That's when you're like, oh, that's so sad. But literally, those are like the best 3 years of my life. 2 years. The third year was kind of depressing. Because by that point, all the kids my age were already out of school, basically. They were on their senior year. They were taking short classes. Like, as far as their class load was very small because they'd done their work those first 3 years, you know? Or first 2 years or whatever, 3 years. They were moving on, man. I wasn't in any classes with any people my age. They were all a bunch of kids. I was like, oh, God, now I'm that guy. Because they weren't moving me along anymore. I was like, fuck, I got to actually do the schoolwork. I'm not doing the schoolwork. So I took less and less classes, spent more and more time at home. Where I like, you have to be 18 to drop out of 16 and make a parent. No, I just went into the workforce. I was like, I'm not going to school anymore. And my parents were like, well, you have to go to school. I'm like, no, I'm not going to school anymore. They're like, oh, okay, well, but you got to go to school. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to school anymore. I just stopped going. I might still be enrolled. I don't know. Like, I might still be enrolled. I don't know. But I know this. After about 3 months in the basement at my parents' house, in the bedroom, like down in the bottom floor. My parents have a 2-story house, but like there's a back bedroom on the bottom floor where like most of the activity goes on the top floor at my house growing up, which they're going to be selling soon. So I'm going to have to do some live videos from there soon. Instagram wise, I'll probably do some Instagram stories from my parents' house, by the way, because they're moving out of state. So technically, that they're selling that house. So I got to get some footage of that before it's gone forever. So I got to figure that out, because that's the house I lived in my whole life. Oh, so depressing. It's so sad. But there's a small little basement room in the back of the downstairs, and I was living there, giant pothead, playing Super Nintendo all day long, literally all day long. And my older brother Josh, credit to my older brother Josh, that's Dirt's brother. He comes over and he grabs me up and he goes, "Motherfucker, you got to stop living in mom and dad's basement. This is stupid. You're better than this. I'm going to get you a job at the warehouse. You're going to go do your interview. We all talked you up. Levi talked you up. JD talked you up. I talked you up. Everybody talked you up. We're going to get you this gig at the warehouse. You're going to get a fucking job. You're not going to stop being a bum that lives in your parents' basement." This is when I'm 17. And I was like, all right, okay. We're going to get you a collared shirt. You're going to fucking comb your goddamn hair, because I still had hair down to here at this point. He goes, "You're going to get a goddamn job. You're not going to be this guy." Credit to my older brothers. They never let me be that guy for very long. You know what I mean? They're like, "You're getting a job. You're going to go be something. You're not this guy. We're not having any of these in our family. Fuck that. You're not going to live off mom and dad. That's stupid." I was like, okay, I'll get a job. Almost 21 years later. Still there, still grinding. I don't know if I've ever thanked him for that, to be honest. I'm not sure I've ever thanked him for that. I gotta call my brother Josh. I haven't talked to him in a while. God, I haven't seen him in a minute. Now that I think about it. Josh and me moved into our first apartment. My first apartment I ever had, that was me and my brother Josh. He was the one that worked at the warehouse with me. We found ourselves a bullshit little 2-bedroom apartment for super cheap. It was a 3rd floor apartment. It was so cool. Because on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex, you don't have to turn your heat on, because the other 2 floors are turning their heat on. So the heat rises. So you automatically get your apartment heated up. You don't even have to turn on I think we had a couch and a bed in each of our bedrooms. That was literally all we had. It was a full flop pad. "Did your mom have to sign you out of school? Because where I live, if you don't go to school, DCF will get involved." Who the fuck is DCF? Yeah, that's not a thing. For me, that wasn't a thing. Oh, fuck. There we go. It was such a cool apartment. I remember it had a stove, like a fireplace, like standalone stove thing in the corner of the living room. And we'd put Duraflame logs in there and get the heat up to like 110 and sit around in our underwear sweating our balls off. We'd turn our apartment into a sauna. That was dope. I remember drinking all day long, like in the middle of the week. Because it's like, oh, I'm, 18 years old, but we're living alone, So no one was going to tell me what to do. So we drink all day. Oh, fuck. Back when I was drinking. Which I don't drink anymore. I missed that shot. Definitely missed that shot. Damn. Like, they can take your kids and stuff if you don't treat them right. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's interesting. That was such a cool apartment. Then at a certain point, Josh, that's the funny thing. The funniest thing is my older brother Josh that got me the job at the warehouse. He gets me the job. Within 4 months, he's quit that job, and he's on to a new one. And I'm like, but, all right. Moreover, he quit that job while we were living in an apartment together. He quit that job and disappeared for a week, right around time the rent was due. I was like, I don't know how to pay rent. What the fucking, the rent is due. What the fuck am I gonna? This is It was so good. It's fucking bullshit though. I was terrified. I'm 17 years old at that point. 18. I thought just turned 18. at that point. I'm like, I have to cover $800 rent. I'm like, I don't make $800 in 2 months. I started at the warehouse at $8 an hour. $8 an hour. People walk in the door right now to work at the warehouse I work at. It's $14 an hour. But when I started, $8 an hour to do manual labor all night long. It's like, fuck. Can you imagine? I'm mid-20s now an hour. Like, I make good money now, but I remember being terrified the first time rent was due. What's minimum wage there? Minimum wage here? I don't know. But I mean, in 98 or 97, yeah, in 98 when I got the job, like, $8 an hour was like, wow, that's competitive as fuck. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, wow, $8 an hour, that's a lot of money. Compared to like 5 something for McDonald's or whatever, you know? But I don't know what minimum wage is, to be honest with you. I've had the one job since forever. 10.10 where I am. Damn, so we were below minimum wage at that point. Shit. Well, today's minimum wage at that point, I should say. It's crazy. Man, back in the day. God. So cool. Running random girls through the apartment. At that point, we're all young enough that girls don't give a shit that you just have a L-shaped couch in the living room and that's it. And then 2 bedrooms with just mattresses and clothes on the floor. You can run ass through those apartments, bro. They're like, you have your own place? Doesn't matter that your own place is a piece of garbage. Doesn't matter that it's basically a flop house for drunks and stoners. Doesn't matter that the door is never actually shut because people are just coming and going at all times. None of that means anything. We had our own place. I was 18 years old with my own place. People were like, what? You have your own apartment? Oh, let's throw a party at your house. Yeah, bud. Like every day of the week. Every day of the week, something was popping off. Oh my gosh, it was cool. That bear just fucking jumped like Nightcrawler. Did you guys see that? That bear literally just jumped like Nightcrawler. There was a bear right there. Yeah. Google says Washington State is 1120. 1120 right now, yeah. But in 1998, what was it in 1998? What does Google say about the minimum wage in 1998, bud? You forget that was 20 years ago, dude. We'll wait. We'll wait, dude. $8.07. Damn, I was barely making minimum wage? What? I thought it was good money. That's crazy pants. Oh shit. Fuck. Ah, damn it. It just disappeared. Where did that deer just go? What? You guys see that? That deer just disappeared. Ghost deer. Dude, I was making under minimum wage. Wow. He disappeared. Yeah, he definitely disappeared. I remember those days, man. There's too many stories. That's illegal now to pay under minimum wage. It is? Okay. Well, Costco's a $1 billion company. I guess we could sue them, right? I'm just flooded with stories from that period of time. I really am. Like, there's just too many to even begin. To the beer bong incident. I mean, where we went to the fucking Home Depot and made a proper beer bong. Costco? Yeah, they have my... Dude, shh, shh, shh. I shouldn't have said that. Shh. The warehouse. Shh. The warehouse. warehouse. Sorry. Had to delete that. 300 seconds. The warehouse. The warehouse. We have actual meetings about not being on social media talking about stuff. You know, that warehouse doesn't advertise. They don't do any like marketing campaign type stuff. They don't do any of that shit. And we have actual meetings at work about like don't talk about us on don't talk about your job or your coworkers or the company on, you know, Facebooks and social medias and Instagram. So I'm assuming no, you're all right. I'm assuming this I said it, so it's my fault. But I'm assuming this applies as well. This is YouTube for sure. So that's why I always say the warehouse. Sometimes I slip. That was a slip right there. That's on me. That's my bad. I do my very best to never mention anybody's name or mention the company I work for or any of that, because that's like we literally have meetings where they talk about that. Like, do not be the guy that, you know, you would never believe what Tina did at work today. Like type shit. They don't want us doing that. Ugh. But yeah, I work in a warehouse. Very profitable warehouse chain. Got a fat 401k. It's like I'm the guy that used to wear bathrobes to work. Or to school rather. The guy that did more drugs than any 3 people at my high school has a 401k and like as 20 years with one job. I'm the child mom and dad don't worry about. Isn't that crazy to think about? I'm the one they don't worry about. They've said as much to me on multiple occasions. My parents are like, yeah, you're the one we don't worry about, which is so ironic because your entire childhood, you were the son we worried about. We were like, oh, what's going to happen with Nick? He doesn't seem to have any focus. Whereas Greg, my older brother, golden child, my younger brother, Grill, super focused from a very young age. Both those two, without getting into their personal business, mom and dad are just like, oh, I don't know what. I hope everything works out for those two. Meanwhile, they're like, Nick's solid. Nick's solid. He's been solid since forever. The names have been changed to protect the identity. Yep. Yep. Oh, I have a very good retirement plan. Yep. A swollen 401k. In fact, we've been having conversations, me and a few of the people at work that I trust, you know, that have been there as long as I have been having conversations about how I might use some of that 401k to purchase a property. Like, I got that kind of money. Like, just flat out purchase a condo or something, you know, like just lump payment. There you go. And I own a home. You know what I mean? Like, we've been thinking a lot about that recently because I'm getting to that point of years with the company, and that point with my 401k where it's swollen enough to do that. So that's the goal, is to be able to just flat out buy something. No payments, no any of that stuff. That's before they found out you were just going to grow old and build a porn DVD collection. Fucking A. Yeah, I'm all about that porn DVD collection, guys. That's all porn behind me, guys, just so you know. That's a joke Paul's been trying to get to work for, a while. Never really pulled it off. I really like this spot. Too bad the wind is right at my back, so nothing's actually going to get close to me right now. I'm not giving up on it. You'll find the audience for that one eventually, Paul. I know you will, but I believe in you. What would I like? Honestly, I'd like a small plot of land and a tiny house. That's what I would like. My dream scenario is find me a lot. Not a property with a house on it, but like a lot, like an actual lot in the area. Something like a little parcel of land that I could put a tiny house on. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I would love that, because my whole entire bucket list is own a tiny house. That is my entire bucket list. That's the one thing I need to live in a tiny house before I die. You could have removed comments to time me out. I just noticed. Yep. I hope to own a home. Yeah, owning a home, it seems like a cool idea, but I want my home to be able to move. Is that that's the branch of that tree? Okay, I thought that was an animal for a second. I look at tiny houses and small house stuff on the YouTube all the time. It's my favorite thing to Google, or to YouTube rather. Love looking at all those tiny house floor plans and all the people who's like, this is how I live in my tiny house, and this is how I poop in a jar and I throw it out in the yard. Like, those type of people are my favorite people. I love those people. I'm like, that's so weird and different. I love it. It's not normal. I really want that. But that being said, if I found a spot locally with like a good condo or something, I'd probably just grab that, to be honest with you. 45 and don't worry about paying nothing but bills the rest of my life. I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to be about. I'm trying to be about that no rent life. I've been paying rent my entire adult life. Love to be done with rent. I really would. I mean, what's my 401k for if not for that? I plan to work till I die. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have zero debt. I also have zero credit, so I kind of have to pay full out for something. I can't really get loans or whatever. I don't want the bank involved. I don't want any of that shit. I want to be able to pay for it with cash. Like a weirdo. I want to just be like, here's, you know, $80,000 condo. Boom, done. You know what I mean? That's what I want. How long have you been doing YouTube? Fuck. I want to say 3 or 4 years, probably. I'm not sure. That's a good question. You'd have to go back and look at my first video and see how long ago that was timestamp wise. I have no idea. It's been a while. Haven't blown up yet, bud. I feel like my YouTube success is going to happen when I'm like 60. Watch. I'm like that novelty, the old dude that plays video games. That's going to be when I blow up. So for now, I'm just really worried about, you know, getting my game right. Developing the ability to talk in a circle for long periods of time, which I feel like I've already got that in spades. You know how much I love bankers. Yep. Well, we all do, bud. What was your first video? My first video was Minecraft. A lot of my first videos were Minecraft. That's initially why I wanted to do this. I was like, I'm going to build something really cool in Minecraft. People are going to want to see it. I want to show people the stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do some cool things on Minecraft and they'll just blow everybody's mind. And then I went on to YouTube and looked at people that actually have success with Minecraft. I'm like, oh, I'll never be able to build like that. Crap. All right, well, I better play a lot of different games then. I was like, I'm going to be the best Minecrafter ever. No one's even going to be able to understand how great my builds are going to be. And I was like, oh, wait, I'm elementary school. These guys are fucking college courses. Like, some of these people that do Minecraft videos, oh my god, the kind of building they can do. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm never blowing up on Minecraft. That's ridiculous. So it very quickly became, just looked, 2 years. 2 years I've been doing? 2 years? What? Feels like a lot longer than that. That's crazy. See that deer over there? It needs to come this way so I can shoot it. Thundernick played 2K16. That's not my first video. My first video, 100%, is Minecraft. No question about it. So that's not my first video. That's just the first video they show. Wait. Ooh, you know what it might have been? You know what? It might have been 2K16. Play? I wrote play instead of plays? Oh no. It might have been 2K16 because I think it started, the genesis of it started with like, I want to record my career gameplay and talk over it like a lot of people do on the internet. It shows me your third is Minecraft. Oh, okay. No, you might be right. You might be right. It's been so long, I don't remember. But yeah, 2K and Minecraft. Oh, that's right, because here's the thing. I could speak from jump. I could talk about 2K because it's basketball. But then I was apprehensive about Minecraft because I'm like, what am I going to talk about while I'm playing Minecraft? Okay, I'm grabbing these pieces of wood and I'm grabbing this dirt. I didn't know how to like keep a conversation going. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, there's not a lot to talk about on Minecraft, and I got really okay. There's not a lot I can say. I'm just gonna build things. Like if you go back to my early videos, I can't get a conversation going like I can get now. Like this is just, it's I'm 2 years better now at keeping a conversation going and talking in a circle than I was back then. Bruh, I'm only gonna get better. I'm only gonna get better and better and better and better and better. So eventually, I'm gonna be God mode at this shit, and that's when I'm gonna blow up when I'm like gray haired and shit. Did you have a big man? No, I was point guard. Always point guard. Pass first point guard until this year. This is the first year I've had something that wasn't a pass first point guard. Your player looks huge. LOL. I watched 10 seconds. Oh, I made him 6'4", 225 because I'm Russell Westbrook. You had 8 rebounds. Of course I did, bro. That was back in 16, dude. I had huge amounts of rebounds, bro. I gotta take such a piss. If that deer comes running up on me, dude, somebody shoot him, okay? Use your hopes and dreams, guys, to shoot him. I gotta take such a piss. I'll be right back. Alright, Westbrook out there. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, that was the idea. Is I was like, fuck, I love Detroit so much, but what they don't have is a point guard that can facilitate and score and rebound. I was like, I got to AI the fuck out of this. So I was like, I'm going to make the Allen Iverson of Detroit. Basically do everything. I'll be the offense. And then Drum will clean up all my mistakes. And in doing so, get himself the right amount of buckets. Back in 16, all they had was Andre Drummond and me on Detroit. So they had nobody else of value. Reggie Jackson was still over in OKC. Like most of our players, obviously Blake Griffin wasn't there yet. So it was really like, if I didn't score 60, we lost on 2K16. So I was a shoot first player for sure on that game. But I also tried to average 10 assists. Hey, thanks, buddy. Why do I hear footsteps? Well, maybe the murder mitten, but we have an article. There you go. I never heard that expression before. The murder mitten. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. I swear I heard some shit going on right there. What? Okay. Let's do this then. Clearly something's over there. How am I not more covered from this? This looks pretty fucking dense, dude. Look at my fucking line. The line's still a huge line. Bro, this doesn't cover anything up? That's upsetting. Try over here. This one might be thicker. No, these don't work as cover at all. What the hell? Dude, that's weak. This tree will give me the cover I need. But it's hella far back. See, now I'm invisible. I need one more good kill. I'm at 2 hours plus. I need one more good kill so I can end this thing. Come on. I gotta go run errands and get some food. I don't have a lot of food at the house. I have some soups and stuff, but I'm not really feeling soup today. Feeling a little bit like a burrito or something. I don't know. Get like some breakfast burrito type stuff. Maybe get some tortillas, a little bit of eggs or something. Do like a breakfast burrito, a little Jimmy Dean sausage or some shit. That could be kind of bomb. A little salsa, sour cream. I could see fucking up a couple of breakfast burritos right now. I'm not even gonna bullshit. Like some homemade numbers though. I also want to play some Red Dead because I might record some Red Dead later because I need to talk to Gurley and JP about how to do the main story missions, like reset them. Apparently there's a way to reset the main story missions and just run the main story missions over and over again and just get money and XP, which I love because those main story missions are not in open lobbies where people can fuck with you. Those main story missions are isolated and alone, so you can just do the mission and have fun doing the mission and that's it. Oh, love it. I love just grinding away on missions, dude. That's my favorite thing. And I was grinding away on the stranger missions, and that was fun enough. I mean, but the potential for a group of randoms to come over and fuck with you while you're doing those missions is pretty high. Whereas with the story missions, you're full isolated. There's no way that real people, other real players, can be like, I'm bored. Let's go fuck with these guys that are doing a mission, because they don't have access, which is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, it's pretty good, Paul. It's very interesting, dude. But Gurley was running her posse last night. We were running the story missions, and she was doing it somehow. There's a cooldown between missions of like 2 minutes, but she was doing it, and I forgot to ask her how to do it. I'll have to look into some stuff and figure out how to do it, because I want to rerun those missions over and over again. And you get paid every time. Not huge story mission money. Like, I don't think it's like as much as you do the first time you play through it, but you do get mission money and XP every time you run them. So it's pretty dope. Yeah, they've been doing it for the last couple of days, I think, those two, because they had like the cutscenes memorized and stuff. They've been playing them a lot. Complex the Goat says, I'll donate. All right, well, if you do, you're going to pop up all over the screen, and I'm going to know all about it, buddy. You want to see my, you call that a storm? You want to see that, dude? You want to drop it in the rainy day fund? Feel free. Totally your call, bud. Yeah, I don't really push my super chat button as much as some people might, but I do technically have a super chat button. That's that dollar bill sign next to the message line. You put a little money on your message, make that message, oh, so much more important to your boy Thunder. Just saying. Just saying. Now, something just called out from behind these trees, and now it's not here. Is it free to subscribe? Of course it's free to subscribe, bud. I'm on YouTube. I'm not on Twitch. Also, you're going to get your name in lights from subscribing as well. That should pop up on the screen also. I have the widgets. There was some animal behind these trees a second ago. Where the fuck? I should go to Detroit one day. Come over here. Don't yell from over there. Come over here. All right. I don't know if I own a job. Dude, I wouldn't trust a bank with my money either. But I do, because that's kind of how it works, dude. What the fuck? It's right over there. It's chirping. It's getting loud. It won't come this way. Come over here so I can shoot you directly in the face, please. Ivan, what's up, Ivan? How's it going, buddy? Lights out. You are a smart Sika teacher that can explain how you yourself are a financial institution. Nice, there you go. You yourself can be your own bank. Make sure you pay all your taxes. There you go. Yeah, that animal. Where the fuck is that animal? Get over here, dude. He's right behind these bushes going... Like, come over here, dude, so I can shoot your face. You dummy. There's a moose out on the lake right there. I'm not trying to fuck with that moose, though. It might be another moose behind here. That's probably why this call's not working. Moose don't give a shit about this antler call. My messages aren't going through on my main account. Am I banned? I don't know, buddy. That's a good question. What's your main account? I'll tell you if you're banned. No, your messages are going through you right there. Fuck this. There's some sort of a moose over here. He's chirping. He must be stuck behind a tree or something. Because he's right over here and he won't come over this way. It's pissing me off. I gotta go hunt him. You had to train rookies for 3 months. It was amazing. Nice, bro. Sounds like a good gig. Training the young bloods, making sure they're not dum-dums. Well, something was right over here getting chirpy a second ago. Now I don't see anything. Come on, dude. Haters. How did that not hit that dude? Seriously? What the fuck? Really? Are you serious right now? How did none of those hit you? That's ridiculous. Is he made of magic? Is that a magic deer that can't be shot? That is shocking what just happened there. I am shocked at what just happened there. I just missed like 4 shots. The triangle? Which button does the... Where's the reload? What the fuck? Oh, I can't reload. Duh. It's one shot. It's a bow and arrow. You don't load multiple shots into a bow and arrow. I'm an idiot. What am I going to be, Hawkeye? I'm going to hit him with 5 arrows? Come on. What are we doing here? What is this? Oh, perfect. Alright, I'm going to get under this tree and I'm going to call this guy in and we're going to shoot him in the face. And he's going to die this time. I've decided. Guys, what a productive 2 hours and 20 minutes of hunting. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It went pretty well for me. I know that. I don't know what I want to play next, to be honest with you. I might just make some quick soup here at the house. Fuck going and getting a bunch of ingredients for some proper breakfast burritos. I want a breakfast burrito, but I don't want to go to the store to get the breakfast burrito materials. I might just grind away like 3 or 4 hours of 2K on my small forward, and then I'm probably going to play some Red Dead after that. I got a long day of gaming today, I think. I'll really take advantage of today. What time is it? It's still pretty early, right? It's like 10? 10:30? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make like a banana split. See you later for RDR2 stream. Peace. Later, buddy. Shout out to Paul, the homie. Detroit versus everybody, Paul. You know what I mean, bud? He knows what I mean. Yeah, we covered a lot today. We talked about a lot of bullshit today. It's been a good day. Aired out a bunch of personal business early in the broadcast. Feel free to go back and watch that stuff. Work stuff and my opinions on 2K and so on. I think I'm going to end this broadcast without a kill. Like, I mean, I've killed a couple things already this broadcast, but you know what I mean. I usually murk an animal, then call it a day. Like, I like to end on a smash, on a murder, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that today because I don't have the patience. You know what I mean? So I think we'll just leave it right there. We're going to leave it right there. Guys, appreciate y'all showing up today for the early morning, Sunday morning hunt. It's a thing. It's been a thing. It's going to continue to be a thing. If the hunting was a little bit better on Red Dead, I'd do it on Red Dead, the morning hunt. But the hunting's pretty, you know, it's elementary school on Red Dead. But anyways, for now, guys, like, comment, subscribe to all the things you're supposed to do. You know the game's played. Trying to stream later. Yeah, probably. I'm probably going to do some Red Dead later with any luck. I gotta look into it. I'm gonna grind some 2K right now, though, to be honest with you. Well, I'm gonna watch a little YouTube, eat some soup, and then I'm gonna grind some 2K right now. For now, though, like, comment, subscribe to all the things you're supposed to do. Any other games played, trying to grow my channel. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, tell anybody that'll listen that your boy Thundernick plays games. As always, happy gaming. This has been your boy Thundernick, and for now, I'm out of here.